Lance has become one of the most intriguing prospects in the draft, despite only starting 17 games at the FCS level. Evaluators have been split on how high he should go, but that hasn't hurt the confidence of the North Dakota State product. In a round of pre-draft media interviews yesterday, he emphasized to both NFL Network and our friends at First Things First that he believes he's, quote, the best quarterback in this class. You know, I'm rooting for the small-town Minnesota kid. So, Shannon, is he overrated or underrated?
Well, hell, Skip, to be honest with you, all quarterbacks are overrated coming out because there's no guarantee that because you had success in college, you're going to have success in the NFL. You look at Tom Brady, he's the most accomplished quarterback, arguably the greatest quarterback ever, and he did the least in college of any quarterback that's in the Hall of Fame. Skip, when you break it down, what did he have, 7, 8 starts his senior year? And look at, he got as many Super Bowl wins as he had starts in his college career.
Remember, first 7 games of his senior year, he alternated snaps with Drew Henson, thanks to Lloyd Carr's brilliance. Okay.
So, for me, Skip, look, I think Mac Jones' tape is better than Trey Lance's tape. But Bucky said, look, you can do more. There's a higher ceiling with Trey Lance because you can do more things because of the athleticism. I'm just looking at it, Skip, in the offense. Can Mac Jones run Kyle Shanahan's offense to perfection? Yes, he can. He doesn't have the legs as the other guys. And so maybe Kyle is looking at that like, yes, I know he can run the offense to a T.
Yeah.
But this car has a little bit more. Come with a stereo, AM/FM satellite radio, Skip, air conditioned. Mac Jones is just, he's that. He's a nice car. Put him on the road, he's going to be able to go for 10 years.
What about Trey Lance?
Trey Lance, 6'4", 230, can run like he run. Better arm, he has a better arm than Mac Jones. We've all said Mac Jones of the top 5 quarterbacks, he has the least impressive of the arms, but he has the most accurate of the arms. So the question is for Kyle Shanahan, are you willing to trade off some of that accuracy for athleticism? Are you willing to trade off some of that accuracy to be able to open up your playbook? If you're willing, and it seems to me now, because Skip, before I heard him speak, I was like, Skip, he's going to take Mac Jones. That's a foregone conclusion because, as Bucky said, reminds him of Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
But after hearing him talk, I'm not as sure as I once was that he's going to take Mac Jones over Trey Lance. Now, when he said, I'm the best quarterback in this draft, Skip, I have yet to hear a quarterback say, you know what, I'm probably the third or fourth best quarterback in the draft. Or, you know, I think I'll be okay. I mean, there'll probably be about 6 or 7 guys in the draft better than me. I expect them to have the confidence in themselves to say, you know what, I'm the best player. Only time will tell. But for me, Mac Jones has the best tape. A lot of it is like everything, Skip. It's not how high you go, it's where you go.
Okay. To me, Kyle Shanahan should take Trey Lance and never look back.
Okay.
Because Trey Lance, to me, has extreme intangibles. You can see the measurables. Just go on YouTube and look at the plays that he made, especially in the 16 games he played in 2019, winning all 16, albeit for North Dakota State, which did produce your man Carson Wentz.
Right.
But extreme intangibles include the biggest chip on shoulder belongs to this kid because nobody would even recruit him to play quarterback.
Right.
By far the highest IQ to me, the football IQ, belongs to Trey Lance. The guy who is most obsessed with studying tape and film is Trey Lance.
Okay.
He is the flip side of Trevor Lawrence because he is driven to be great in the National Football League. And to me, even though he's only 20 years of age, what is his #1 trait, the strongest trait in his repertoire is his priority is he does not turn the football over. He played 16 games and won the national championship in 2019 by throwing 0 interceptions. I never heard of that before.
Right.
28 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. In fact, if there's any knock on him, he's a little too cautious with the football.
Okay.
But when I look at the measurables, the size, the arm strength, I'm not saying he has a cannon, but he has a very good arm, and he has a very quick release. His accuracy hasn't been the highest, but he did complete 67%. It wasn't Mac Jones's 77, but it's good enough, and it will only get better in pro football because he is driven to be great at pro football. So to me, at 20 years of age, you're going to have to be a little bit patient because he didn't play at Alabama, obviously, and he wasn't surrounded by that much talent. So there's going to be a big step up in what you're going to see coming at you. But remember what they let him do. he was under center a lot. You never see college kids
No.
under center. And he set his own protections, and he called his own audibles, and he ran the offense and ran through his progressions.
Well, then that means you're saying you're going to have to keep Jimmy G. Because if you say you might, if
you
you
definitely would, unless you want Beathard or Mullins to be that guy, but you prefer it to be Jimmy
anytime
G.
you take a quarterback, you got to look at what he's going to compete against. And
Yep.
Bucky laid it out. You got Matthew Stafford in that division. You got Kyler Murray. You also have the guy in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell.
But look at the defenses. You got to go against Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd. You got to go against Chandler Jones. You got to go against J.J. Watt. So you probably need somebody a little bit more athletic to be able to escape that.
I'm
All right.
there.
Small town kid, you like I said, less than 15,000 from Marshall, Minnesota. I hope that he goes somewhere and does well. Conor McGregor, though, well, he may have just scored his biggest victory yet. It didn't come in the octagon. We're going to break down how it impacts his future next. Here, NFL vet and draft expert for NFL Network, Bucky Brooks. Bucky, so good to have you. Earlier this week, you suggested the Ravens consider moving up in the draft for Justin Fields and letting Lamar kind of graduate when his rookie deal expires. So can you